Alright, I don't know how many more videos I'm gonna be doing on this topic, because this is now the third video I'm doing on this. But regardless, if you saw my previous video, then you'll have seen me bring up how the people running the AFL don't even own the branding rights. And that's very fitting for a guy who apparently doesn't even own the actual AFL branding rights. I only briefly brought that up mainly as an add-on punchline to the fact that the commissioner of the AFL couldn't even spell the word commissioner correctly. But after doing more research, I feel like I should have gone more in depth about that report, because as it turns out, that earlier description about Lee Hutton not owning the branding rights was putting things kindly. Enter Anthony Rossi, the guy who's a part of the company that actually owns the rights to the Arena Football League, who dropped this bombshell. Correction, they signed a license agreement and then never paid for it, which means they never had the rights. At this point, Lee and Travell are acting illegally and unethically while lying to fans, sponsors, partners, and team owners. They continue to dodge questions and legal demands from the real Canadian owners. This is public knowledge if anyone took the time to research with the trademark office. The real owners is a Delaware corporation, G6 Enterprise Inc., of which Pike LLC owns 90% of G6 marks. Everyone associated with these lies will be held accountable in short order. And for the record, yes, there are documents that prove G6 are the true owners of the AFL trademark. In response to Luke Miller's post, Rossi would make another statement similar to the first one. Facts are in writing, thanks for sharing. They never actually executed the licensing agreement in full, i.e., they didn't not pay. I don't know if that's how he meant to say it, but I'm guessing it means they didn't pay. So facts are, at this point, they do not own the trademarks and using them illegally without our consent. They even tried to submit their own renewal on top of our marks, but the trademark office has rejected this submission since. Shady. We are working now to find a new buyer and ownership group who wants to pay us what we are owed and to properly take over the league as owners and trademark holders. So what does all of this mean? Well, there's a very real possibility now that Lee Hutton and his group of clowns could be forced out in the very near future. In fact, that might already be happening, as CEO Travell Gaines has already been removed from the AFL staff page. Not only that, but the company he owns, Athletic Gains, was also removed from the league's partner section on their website. So it really does feel like some actual change might be on the way here. Which is obviously a great thing and much needed for a league doing as poorly as the new iteration of the AFL. The current regime being forced out is something that definitely needs to happen sooner rather than later, especially since it seems Lee Hutton is currently in the witness protection program regarding his whereabouts in the past 2 weeks. But at the end of the day, it still needs to happen first.